boys and girls, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the Sir Alex Ferguson save, and today we're going to bring you the one game actually. Been thinking about it over the weekend, and I'm just going to bring you the second leg against Benfica, just because that City game means absolutely diddly squat in the grand scheme of things. So we're going to bring you the Benfica game. We have played the game since we last met. That was against Villa, a 1-0 win. Just giving some of the boys that needed some match sharpness, people like Embolo, Edimar, Maddison, Bevis, you know, people like that really weren't getting into the team this season, but will probably play a good part next year. Bevis is actually turned into a little bit of a wonder kid, as you can see there. Come through the academy, and he'll be in more and more of the first team going forward next year. Great physically, really good mentally, and just his tackling probably needs a little bit of work, but other than that, he's turning into a fantastic centre back. Now, we are 2-1 up in this Champions League semi-final. Zagadou Teresiano scoring the away goals for us in Benfica. Will Perry won't be playing this one. He will be missing out due to that red card he got 5 minutes into the second half. And all in all, we are set up for a fantastic second leg at St James's Park. It will be absolutely bouncing. But before we get into it, as always, if you are enjoying the series, hit that thumbs up button down below. Make sure you're showing the support on the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already, and tick that little notification bell so you are notified every time a video goes live. So without further ado, let's get into this first and only game of today. Say we're 2-1 up. We've got Rakitic in goal, Telia, Porcone, Zagadou and Bilal are the back line. Teixeira comes back in. We need to watch him. He's not fully fit, but I'm throwing him into a very important game. Larison alongside him as the deep line playmaker. Edimar on that right hand side, just because he's a little bit fitter than Embolo, as you can see here. Embolo only on 74% match sharpness, so Edimar's getting the nod ahead of him. Teresiano in behind Fetiarp, and then Moise Keane on that left hand side. Marin is a couple of weeks away from full fitness, so if he gets through to the final, he might be back for that one. On the bench, Luis Enrique, Lewis Cook, Arnie Meyer, Embolo, Maddison, Adolfo and Declan Rice. Let's submit that team, go to St James's Park and hopefully get through to another Champions League final. So as you can see on the left-hand side here, it's a 4-2-3-1 versus a 4-2-3-1. So same formation that they played in the first leg, playing in this second leg. And say we're looking for a really good professional performance here from this Newcastle side. 12 minutes gone, and we've got a throw in. Telia into Teresiano, and a lovely switch out to Moise Keane, taking on his fullback, gets the ball in. Fetiarp's there, hits the crossbar. Now Murillo is going to get that ball clear, but a positive start from this Newcastle side, taking the game to Benfica. Loose header there from Moise Keane, but we get it back. Edimar into the back post, trying to find Fetiarp, but just a little bit short on the cross. Teixeira playing really well, even with a little bit of a knock. Edimar back to Larison, down the line to Telly, has got amazing crossing into the back post. Does it fall to Fetiarp? No, it doesn't. Good defending from the Benfica boys, and it's a poor touch from Larison. There's a lovely ball over the top to Niare. He's in on goal, and that's a great tackle from Zagadou. In on goal was Niare, just about to pull the trigger, and a great tackle from Zagadou. 25 minutes gone in this first half. It's been all action from both sides. Edimar cutting inside, goes for a long effort, but well wide. Keeper had it covered if it was on target. Only one shot on target to our 6 shots, and also they've dominated possession. A few of our boys a little bit nervous coming into the final 10 minutes of this first half. Gomez throws the ball in, and Flamarion just shoves Keane out of the way, but Larison does really well, gets back, claims the ball for his team. Teixeira, lovely switch out to Edimar, one-on-one with his left back, but can't get the ball past him. Into Larison again. Moise Keane, first time shot, well over the bar. We've had most of the shots, but nothing really on target, nothing really threatening. Macias in goal for Benfica. That's going to see us through to half-time. 0-0 on the night, 2-1 on aggregate. A goal for them puts them through let's have a look. Going to go into the team talk. Going to keep it calm and just say I'm not very happy with the performance out there, boys. Need to see a little bit more. I mean, I am going to change Larison and Teixeira up a little bit in this second half, just to get Teixeira on the ball a little bit more, playmaking, dictating the play. That's what we want from him, and hopefully we will get a goal in this second half. Started the second half really well here. Keane gets the ball into Fetiarp, and it's a good header away from Murillo. Regards to crosses, I'm going to see if we can hit low crosses, because Arp's not the biggest, and we need to give him a fighting chance in the middle there. From that throw-in, Teresiano into Keane, into Larison. We've changed him up in the second half and nearly came good for us there. Telia in swinging corner, into Keane at the near post, and Moise Keane, our top goal scorer this year, 21 for the season, and it's a great assist from Giuliano Telia from that corner. He whips it in into the near post. He just peels off his man. The keeper can only get a hand to it. It's 1-0 on the night, 3-1 on aggregate. Our mark now, and there's a throw in, and they're going to have a look at VAR. I think it's just on the edge. Telia going through the back of Adzic, and the referee's going to have a look at it. I think it will be a free kick. If you've played for FM this year, this generally does end in a free kick rather than a penalty. Let's have a look at the incident. Going to come back out, and he is going to give... he's going to give a free kick. Told you it would be a free kick, and Guerrero is going to step up to take said free kick. Bodies in the middle for Benfica, trying to whip it into that near post. He went for a shot and falls back out to Flamarion, and that is going to be the end of the highlight. And there we go, full time whistle goes. Newcastle 1, Benfica 0. Moise Keane, 6 minutes into the second half, gives us a 1-0 win on the night, 3-1 on aggregate. Telia playing a really good game, 7.6 for him, a 7.4 for Moise Keane, and it was a bit of a dogged midfield battle between the two sides, and we came out on top. But who will we play in that Champions League final? And there we have it. We will play Paris Saint-Germain at the end of the season in the Champions League final at Old Trafford. So kind of a home turf goes to us. We have played them in the past. We played them, I think, in the group stages and in the Super Cup as well. It wasn't the group stages. We have played them in the Champions League final before, and that was 3 years ago where we beat them 1-0. Breelin Bolo from the penalty spot. Good win for us there, and then we beat them in the Europe Super Cup when it was I think it was an international break, and all the teams, well, both teams had a lot of youth players in, and we beat them 3-1. So 100% record against Paris Saint-Germain going into that Champions League final. And that Champions League final will be tomorrow at 5:30. We won't bring you the City game. We'll just let you know how that all happens. But Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League final round off Season 8 in this save. And we should get at least another season in before we wrap it up for FM20. But yeah, Paris Saint-Germain in the final tomorrow at 5:30. Hopefully you will be there. If you have enjoyed today's episode, hit the thumbs up button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and yeah, if you haven't already, make sure you go down there and subscribe, and then hit the little bell icon so you're notified every time a video goes live. So we've got Paris Saint-Germain coming tomorrow. I'll see you soon.